And we're live. Good morning. Live. That's interesting. Hey, Ray. Good morning. What's going on, man? Making some coffee? Looking for pants. Pants, they're so overrated. Coffee is not. Hmm. Well. Hey, Nick. Good morning. Peter. Good day as well. Let's start with PJs. Nothing wrong with that. So just came down here and started getting ready to clean this thing up. And I noticed that I'm not sure it's going to come through. Yeah, maybe a little bit. You see the seam line? It's discolored. It is yellow. It's kind of an odd thing. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Hey, Joe. Good morning. Speaking of coffee. They soon be needing some new sanding sponges. Harpy build question. Are we straight building or customizing, doing personal touches? If you're asking me, do as you wish. Whatever you want to do. Warriors, come out play. Exactly. I sent you a picture of something interesting I found on the Let's take a look, shall we? I've not looked at any of this stuff. As soon as I got home last night, I kind of dissociated. Okay. Well, well, well. What do we have here? It looks like a Harpy. It looks like Nick's actually started on his. I'm assuming. What did you find? There they are. Hold it a second. Well, well, well. That's funny as hell. I had to get my wire management sorted yesterday. Hope streams and a fistful of zip ties. Exactly. I snapped it up last night. Did you snap all of it up last night or parts of it up last night? I think I want to try the Kaleido paint on my Harpy build. Sounds good to me. That is super impressive. All but the canopy and more. Wow. Yeah. I guess I could do that, but I'm going to build this thing, the new one. Sorry, thumb's really, there's something going on with my thumb. I'm going to build this thing up as in tandem with the other one. So I'm going to do things very carefully, piece by piece, glue things together, see what's working, see what's not. Which is why this will probably take me the majority of the year to get done, or longer. We'll see. So you pick up a jet with a clear gear down. The blasphemy. About 45 minutes. The rear engines are going to need some work. The engines are going to need some work. It's funny you guys can snap stuff up, so I can't snap quickly at all. Since we're checking out the phone thing. It's cool. Nice. That's cool, Ray. Nice. Big. 45 minutes. The rear engines are going to need some new, as in relative term now? Well, new as in this is the new version and this is the old version. And I'm going to, like I said, work on them in tandem so that whatever I do on this kind of gets translated to here. So hey, Kevin, good morning. How are you? New is a relative term. New is a relative term-ish. the most manly man laugh I have ever heard. Nice. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Edwin. Good evening, my friend. How are you? Go in there and start clean up here. I just wanted to see it together to figure out what I'm changing on it. Edwin. Does the old kit have rivets? Oh, God, no. The details on the old kit are like obscenely bad. Remember, if you take a look at, for example, like the wings, there's like next to no detail. Now compare that wing to the one that you have. I mean, I'm just looking at it. I mean, it's like it's a different ball game altogether. So I'm not sure if this, the original, is more anime accurate because they may not have put in all that detail into the anime. They may have in line art, but not necessarily in the anime. I was excited to find World War II jet that wasn't German. Yeah, dude, I agree with you on that. The fascination with German World War II military hardware, tanks and planes, and even ships to some degree, is a little disconcerting, shall we say. Let's see. I guess you will have to add them. We'll see. There's definitely going to be all sorts of scribing going on it. Will you be giving it panels and rivets? Rivets, I don't know. It depends. Possibly, likely, if they're in the line drawings, it's possible. Probable, I should say. The scribing is all getting redone. Yes. You didn't have the detail in the anime. Yeah. I'm not sure that they did. So that's part of it. So I'll be rewatching the Harpy scenes for a couple reasons. One, to get the details down, to see what it is that they added in. Yeah, I think Hasegawa, or maybe it's not even Hasegawa. Maybe the original. I don't remember who the mechanical artist was, the mechanical designer for the anime was. But maybe they did do all that heavy line art, which of course didn't translate into the anime. Panels. Are you saying the anime didn't show every rivet in every frame? I think there's limitation to what the anime can show. If you think about it, this anime was done in the early 1980s. So there's probably a lot of stuff that, they just couldn't show. Just, you're not going to hand draw that level of detail. If you got something that's in motion. Let's see. Probably wasn't bad. It was everything but the radio and battery and cost less than the O. Well, that's good. And it'll probably bring you more benefit, more pleasure. Hey, speaking of, before I forget. So I was on Premium Bandai last night. And I just felt like I need to show this because I know there are people out there who are like, ooh, I want one. Where the fuck did it go? Because it's listed as in stock, which sort of surprised me. Series. Let's go a different way. .120th scale scope dog is at Premium Bandai. It's in stock and a mere $105. A mere. That is a fabulous, fabulous model to work on. It will fly much farther, no matter how I throw the. Oh yeah, Harpy was done by designer Shoji Kawamori. There you go. So if Kawamori did the mechanical design, I'm assuming that the animators, the cell animators themselves, probably couldn't put in all the detail. But it would be curious to see if you take a look at the original artwork, if it was all there or not. Or did Hasegawa take it upon themselves, or whoever was doing the model making on this thing, they took it upon themselves to add in this detail? Don't know. Damn it. Fit and finish on this is it's good. It's actually really good, but gluing stuff together is definitely. In fact, I'm not going to go too hardcore on this because I know that there are people like, no, you got to sand things. You can't just sit there and just use Mr. Surfacer. I'm like, fuck that. Of course, you can use Mr. Surfacer. Rather than flat spotting something, I'd rather build something up. Weren't those like $60 a few years ago? Yep, they were. Don't tell me what to do. Nah, I'm only strongly suggesting. Would never tell you what to do, Ray. Perish the thought. There we go. One side seam line done. So there's going to be a lot of seam fixing here. Oof. A lot of seam fixing. In fact, this one's almost guaranteed to be a lot of surfacer on this surface. Yeah, that one's going to get surfacer. Hey, Damien. Good morning. I'm going to go to Micro Center. Can you grab me some flux? I'm going to grab you a flux capacitor. Ray, they don't exist, you know. It's just from a movie. But yes, of course. That will likely, let me take a look here. Original artwork. There's a possibility I could just scribe some of these seam lines in. This is the underside. Nope, it's the top side. What am I saying? Oh, yeah. That's all getting scribed back in. That'll get scribed. That'll get scribed. Okay, fine. So the good thing is I don't necessarily have to hammer this part too much. I just have to get the surfaces fairly parallel. I'm in scrounging garage and estate sales for old solder. Need that good lead content. Yeah, let me know what you need, Ray. I might be going there. Oh boy. I may be going there tomorrow. No promises. I'm going to be in the Boston area tomorrow. Anyway, how's everybody else doing? Yeah, the amount of excuse me. Seam repair on this thing is pretty high. It's pretty good though. Not too bad. Nice. How's your wife doing? Is your wife working? Peter, are you working as well? I'm assuming the answer is yes. I think that's what you mentioned yesterday, that you came to millions and millions of emails, to which you then decided just to, well, I'm turning off the laptop. I'm going to pretend they don't exist. And you went back to doing something else. Yeah, this is going to be some interesting repair. Okay. Let's fix that, shall we? Better yet. Come on. There we go. Oh, yeah. Say goodnight, Gracie. Having the right tools makes the model work so much better. Makes it easier. And I'm not talking about having like the biggest, baddest, most expensive tools. I'm just saying having the right tools. Like in this case, just having this chisel blade is cleaning this out quite nicely. Let go. Let's get the 0.4. Nope. It's going to get the 0.2. Sorry, guys. Well, this shows just, but it's currently 8:30 p.m. here. We're both not working right now. Nice. Hey, Tony. Good morning. How are you? That's good. Well, I'm glad you're both not working. All right. Just sand it down and we're all set. So what I did is right now, this piece right here, you can actually see the lines around it. Let's see if I can see it. Yeah, there you go. You can see sort of the lines. That entire part with these slits right up top here was dropped on top. Because it's a curved piece connecting to another curved piece, there are areas when they got squeezed together. There was, it's hard to see with this. I'm sorry, guys. There was an area where not only is there an overhang, but when it got squeezed together, there was some extra plastic that melted, and it created, like, again, melted plastic area over a detail. So I just literally repaired that. In fact, I'm going to do one last bit of repair here. This is the 0.9. Just going to scribe the surface a little bit. I'm just planing some of that surface to do some cleanup, but that's looking good. It's going to sand it down a little bit more, but so far so good. Look at this. Everybody's saying hi, 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 hi. I'm doing okay. Just finished painting the red parts for the PG Exia. Nice. I am unintentionally eliminating details. There you go. You can actually see where that seam is. See that, where the dust layer is? See that really heavy line? Yeah, that's what I just cleaned up right now. I will leave it as such because once it's actually scribed in, I don't think it'll be a problem. I may throw some tape on there just to clean it out a little bit more. But generally speaking, that's looking good. That's done. That's done. That's going to require some surfacer. All those lines are going to get redone. That's good. That's good. Try not to kill other details. Most sections done. All right. We're going to glue the front of that thing. We're doing A4. He, Tony. Well, yeah, this is an interesting. I'll show you the shape on this thing. Very interesting. It's actually a lot pointier than I thought. Look at George doing the makeup influencer product presentation pose to perfection. Was I? Really? Makeup influencer. I don't follow makeup influencing channels, so I can't say what that looks like. But it sounds to me like you might be an expert, Peter. That's good to know. Went down the rabbit hole looking for original artwork of the Harpy. Yeah. Nick, you've got the movie though, right? Yeah, I might have to see if I can find like a mechanics book. I actually started going down a little bit of the rabbit hole. I started watching Dragon Art earlier this week, or late last week, I should say. What's interesting about Dragon Art is like in the opening sequence, the amount of mechanical work that they're showing, the line art in particular with the leg thrusters. I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be fun to reproduce. You sure can get lost in other things quick. Yeah, of course. Crusher Joe. Hey, what's this about crushed ice? No. Oh, George Fuyo, he also does a girl makeup tutorial. Only when asked, Ray. Only when asked. Yeah, I got the movie. Took some pictures from it. Yeah. Yeah, I usually will do screenshots of it. I did that, and the plan is still one. Man, I got to tell you, there's a lot of models I want to finish. I want to finish the High Gog, and the amount of detail under in the High Gog. If you got, it's the suit in the one of the opening sequences from 0080. The High Gog has a lot of piping work inside of its shoulders, those big, massive shoulders of it. I've got a file of those, a folder full of screen prints of that to be able to add that detail in at a later point. I have a High Gog I wanted to build too. I love that. I've got to tell you, the suits from 0080 are the best looking out there. Fit check with Elder God. Nice. Yeah, share the YouTube connected TV with the wife. Yep. Is Crusher Joe on YouTube? I'm assuming the answer to that is yes. Interesting. This is a little bit different shape than I expected. Okay. Well, I mean, it'll make. Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot of work getting done on this thing. Right. Yeah, see, this is the problem with undergating. If you take a look at this nozzle piece and just, they undergated it. So now you've got this massive gap that you give me. The only way you're going to get it corrected is by, basically gluing and squeezing, which we're going to do. But it sucks. What time is it? I got plenty of time. But I am actually surprised. There's going to be filler in there. Oof. Not only that, this didn't come together very well. Give me a second, guys. See if we can bring these pieces together a little bit better. It is such a cool looking mech. Yeah, absolutely. The High Gog is great, and the Zugok E is one of my all-time favorite mobile suit designs. I love that design. And I'm not a big aquatic suit guy, but boy, that one just looks. It just looks right. There's a lot of gapping in there. Well, Schneike's Batman. I guess. Let me take a look at the line art. I'm assuming it's going to be a double panel line there. Sure is. Okay. There's going to be a lot of scribing, even on this. I wanted to buy pants there. Yeah, exactly. Every part is undergated on the new kit. I now hate undergated. I'm telling you, they suck. They're fixing a problem, but creating another one. Like if the... That's interesting. Is that a stress mark? Sure as shooting is. Wild. Why is there a stress mark there? Who the fuck knows? Huh. Yeah. You could have put all the nubs on the outside of this thing. I'd be cleaning them up anyway. But so be it. Let's get this thing lined up. Glue it in place with my yellowing glue. This is why Mr. Finishing Surfacer 500. Oh, yeah. Not just, but yes, you are correct, Peter. But that we have to use it kind of doesn't make... I mean, yeah, I get it. Tolerances are only so good, and not everybody builds to Bandai quality. I get it. Okay. And this, have to be careful not to over squeeze because there's so much, there's a little detail there that I don't want to lose. But there we go. Okay. We'll let that dry, but there we go. And now what we're going to do is we are going to start thinking about reshaping this one. So this boom, wow. Question is, ooh, this could be interesting. I'm not going to putty and extend. I'm going to reshape this whole piece. So the thought was I could extend this thing. This thing is probably a little short. I could putty it and extend it. I'm not going to. I'm just going to shape it. UV resin works better. It may. It's all about the wiper blade fingers on the Hygog. The wiper blade fingers kind of do look like that, don't they?